What if you could live forever? A world where aging is no longer a certainty, where you could hold the hands of time. But immortality comes with a price, one that no one could have predicted. In this video, we explore the groundbreaking scientific discovery that promises eternal youth. But with every breakthrough, there are consequences. What are we willing to sacrifice to achieve eternal life? For centuries, humans have searched for the secret to eternal life. From ancient myths about the fountain of youth, to the philosopher's stone, the desire to escape death has been woven into the fabric of our history. But what if that dream has finally become reality? Scientists have discovered a way to halt aging at the cellular level, a treatment that freezes the body in time, youth without end. But is it a blessing or a curse? The breakthrough came from years of research into telomeres, the protective caps on the ends of our DNA strands. As we age, these telomeres shorten, causing cells to die or malfunction. But what if we could stop this process? By manipulating these telomeres, scientists discovered a way to prevent cellular aging. The cells would no longer die from old age, but instead continue functioning as if they were eternally young. The treatment was hailed as the greatest medical discovery of the century. Celebrities, billionaires, and the elite rushed to undergo the procedure, hoping to escape the one thing money could never buy: time. The desire for eternal life is as old as humanity itself. From the kings of ancient Egypt who believed they would live forever in the afterlife, to modern billionaires funding longevity research, we have always sought ways to defeat death. But in our quest to live forever, we have overlooked one crucial question. What are the unforeseen consequences of stopping time? What happens to the world, and to us, when we no longer age? As more and more people undergo the treatment, society begins to shift. The aging population, once seen as a natural cycle, becomes stagnant. What happens when the circle of life is interrupted?
The first signs of trouble came with overcrowding. The promise of immortality caused populations to swell, with no one aging out. Resources.
Governments began imposing restrictions on who could receive the treatment. Only the rich and powerful could afford it, leading to deep divisions in society. The gap between those who could live forever and those who couldn't grew wider. Those left behind began to question the morality of eternal life. Is it right for a few to escape death while the rest continue to live and die in the shadow of their immortality? The biological effects of halting aging also came with a hidden cost. The longer people lived, the more fragile their bodies became. Injuries that would once heal quickly began taking longer or never healing at all. The treatment prevented aging, but it couldn't stop accidents or disease. People who had once dreamed of eternal youth found themselves trapped in bodies that could not heal from even the smallest injury. Immortality, it seemed, was not about living forever in perfect health. It was about living forever with the imperfections of life, a reality many had not anticipated. Living forever also posed psychological challenges. Without the prospect of death, many began to lose their sense of purpose. What is life without the inevitability of its end? As years turned into centuries, people began to question their choices. With no end, achievements lost their meaning. What was the point of striving if there was always more time? Many found themselves falling into deep existential crises, haunted by the thought that their endless lives might not bring the happiness they had once imagined. Governments began to regulate the treatment more strictly. They realized that immortality came with risks that society was not prepared to handle. Some countries banned the treatment altogether, while others rationed it carefully.
But for those who had already undergone,
some even began to regret their choice, seeking ways to reverse the process. But the treatment was irreversible. There was no going back. And so, the question remains: is eternal life worth the cost? As the treatment becomes more widely available, society must decide, what is the true price of immortality? In the end, immortality may not be the solution we had hoped for. It might simply be another step in our endless quest to escape the unknown, one that brings more questions than answers. Would you take the risk? Would you choose to live forever, knowing the consequences? Or would you accept the natural cycle of life and death? Perhaps the true question isn't whether we can live forever, but whether we should. What would happen to our humanity if we lost our greatest certainty, the knowledge that life, one day, must end? As society continues to debate the ethics of immortality, the allure of eternal life remains as strong as ever. But the price of living forever may be more than we're willing to pay. Is immortality the ultimate achievement of humanity, or the final trap? The choice may soon be ours, but the consequences could change everything we know about life, death, and meaning. Would you choose to live forever? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And remember, some things are eternal, but our choices may have lasting consequences. Thank you for watching. If you want to explore more cutting-edge ideas and future technologies, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for our next exploration, the future of consciousness. Can we upload our minds?